We're not live. We need more poop bags. Come on. Actually, you know what? There's some at this park. Sorry. I don't mean to make you turn around a bunch. Hey, everyone. It's Anthony. Back with another video here on Single and Placing. Now. Hi. Ready? Hop up. Good boy. That was a big jump. Nice. Yeah, hi. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight. All of that good stuff. Hope you're doing well. We're just out here doing another walk and chat with Apollo here in beautiful Golden, Colorado with not fresh layer of snow. A lot has melted, but yeah, we got almost 3 feet of snow here in Golden cumulatively. Now a lot of it didn't stick because a good portion of it early on started coming down when the ground was still warm. So I'd say for the first 6-7 hours of snow this past Thursday, it all just turned to water and it was kind of slushy and rainy. I think I included a little clip of the very start of the storm on my last vlog at the end. And then it started to stick. And then it got really warm. Today's Sunday. It was warm yesterday and today, hold on. That dog kind of looks like you. Yeah. Come on. Come on. 2 big old white dogs. Yeah. Is that your cousin? Oh, there's another dog. They're playing. That's funny. Come on, buddy. Let's go, sweetheart. Okay, I'm just gonna snag a couple of these biodegradable poop bags that they offer here at this park. I'm gonna get 2 just in case we double up today. I ran out of bags for him on our walk earlier today, and I forgot to get a new roll. But luckily this park has some freebies and they're biodegradable. This entire park actually has a garden. At some point in the spring we might be able to see it, but their whole thing is this is an organic park. So it uses all natural grasses, like I think it uses grasses that are native to Colorado, and they've got like an organic garden, and I think even this play equipment is like eco, like I don't know, whatever manufacturer. It's all very Colorado. A Colorado park. It's a small one, but it's fun. There's a dog running around. I wonder if he's that dog's owner too. Come on, let's go, Sniffy boy. Yeah. Anyway, so the snow that you're seeing here is not all that was here. Even yesterday, this path was not clear. It was covered in slush and snow. Well, I don't know whose dog that is. I hope it's his. Oh no, I hear the owner yelling for him to come back. So anyway, I'll show you this. Welcome to Golden's first organic park. Thank you for joining us in our effort to create sustainable and healthy future in Golden's parks. So yeah, you can scan the QR code to learn more and to volunteer to be a caretaker, which I will probably do. It's literally right out our front door, so it'd give me and Apollo something to do. We'll probably be doing some trash pickup volunteering and stuff too. But anyway, so the snow that you see here is after and we're right off to a potty break, so hold on. So yeah, what you're seeing is just like these big piles are what was shoveled up and has melted, but there's not, I mean, everything is still covered in snow, but not nearly as much as it was right after it finished snowing on like Friday afternoon. The snow was up to almost my knees, maybe right at my knees. And so we were trudging around here, but we finally got some good melt today. It got up into the high 50s today, and so we lost a lot of snow. But it's so good to see because our average precipitation for the year was a little lower than average so far. Still in the range of, it wasn't like lower than it's ever been. Still in the range of higher, you know, in the average, but like low average. So this big old snow, especially up in like the foothills and in the mountains, some parts of the state got like 4 feet plus of snow, maybe even 5 feet of snow. So I'm hoping this bumps us up a little bit and puts us in a good position for summertime, so we're not seeing as much drought and all of that stuff. So I'm hoping we get at least another one of these big snows this year. I guess March is our most snowiest month historically, which would seem like that's late in the season, but I guess not. So anyway, I'm hoping we get another run of this. But the one thing that does suck about it is tons of downed trees, because this was a very heavy, wet snow. It wasn't light and powdery, it was sticky and slushy and heavy. So you can see just like lots of downed trees. When we get back towards the house, I'll show you what the tree by us looks like. Big old branches fell off, and one of them fell off and smacked into one of our neighbor's cars that was parked underneath the tree. It dented it pretty good up in the front, and it broke his ski rack. But other than that, it's okay. Other people were not so lucky. Depending on how much we walk today, we might get to it. But there's an SUV on one of the main drags that has a big old branch sticking right out of the windshield, like it fell and just punctured through the glass. So just lots of downed trees. The fire department was coming by earlier today and yesterday, cutting up the bigger pieces, but there's still a lot of work to be done to clean up. But yeah, it's just kind of the nature of these big, heavy snowstorms. And I don't think we've gotten one like that had this kind of heavy, wet, dense snow in quite some time. So I don't think the trees were prepared. Like you can see all those branches right there are snapped in half. Just the weight of the snow. There's some more branches down here. So yeah, luckily, even though we've got that giant tree in our yard, nothing, you know, knock on wood, nothing hit the house. Came really close, but didn't hit the house. We lost power for a little bit on Thursday, but it was very short, like 30 seconds, a minute. And then today even, because I think they're working on some of the down power lines, it was flickering. So we didn't completely lose power, but it would just kind of just flash for a second. And thank goodness we have our internet and our router and stuff, even though it's a little antiquated. It's on a power bank power strip. So if the power does go out, it gives, I don't know how long it would last, but it has a backup that kicks in. And so I was uploading a video today, which with our internet takes a long time, and the power was flickering, and I was like, no, it's gonna cancel the upload and I'm gonna be stuck having to start all over again. But luckily it didn't impact the internet, and since my laptop was full battery, it didn't cause any issues. So we're still uploading that vlog. It'll go up, I guess, tonight at the time of filming this, because I started at about 10 a.m. uploading it, and it is now 5, so we're 7 hours in, and it's at like 60%. So it'll be up at some point tonight. Look at him. Oh, is it too deep for you? Come on, let's go, Sniffy. Come on, let's go. Oh, little buddy. So this was one of the alleyways that had this power line down, but it looks like they fixed it. But yeah, on Friday you couldn't walk through here because one of these lines was down. But let's go this way. I kind of want to stay on the main roads because of mud. So I probably won't do alleys, but yeah, so what are we doing today? What are we talking about? Other than that little intro, I wanted to respond to some comments. So let's get the phone out and respond to some comments. But yeah, life stuff is going good. It's only been, well, I guess that vlog that's going up today, I filmed that last week. I just didn't have a lot of motivation for filming this past week. I needed a little bit of a, I guess just an emotional reset, or just like I just needed to reset my energy for filming and uploading. I've just been feeling a little wonky when it comes to filming stuff. You know, after that parody video went up and, you know, all of that, I was just like, you know, I just need to reset. I need a little break. I need to reset. And it has nothing to do with any viewership or anything like that, or really any of the comments. It was just, I just needed to kind of regroup. Hop up, hop up, keep going. Go, 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 yeah. It's a lot of snow, huh? You want to try it again? Okay, go, go, go. Woo! Good boy. So yeah, I just needed a little break, you know. Not for any other reason than just like, you know, typically my videos are just, you know, just vlogs, whipping chats, unboxings and stuff. So it's pretty low impact content creation. And so that was kind of the first time that something, you know, something that I put up that just, I was responding to a lot, and, you know, just, there was a lot, you know, some people had some emotions around it, yada, yada, yada. And so it just left me feeling a little bit more, I guess, socially drained from having to having to talk about it, I guess, for so much, and feeling like I was needing to explain myself and, you know, all that stuff. Not for, you know, any normal viewers, but, you know, folks that probably were sent that link and came out of the woodwork, or, you know, already, you know, were told, oh, you're gonna hate this, go watch it, you know. And then, you know, those folks decide that they want to comment, even though they probably don't engage with my channel at all. So yeah, it just kind of took some extra, you know, social energy out of me, and I just needed to kind of build that back up again and kind of get into a better headspace. Here's some more of the down branches, and look at that one. That one's really big. But yeah, this poor tree got a wallop. So yeah, not anything negative necessarily. It just was, it took more out of me. The social media side of things and content creation took more out of me after putting up that video than my content normally does. So I just needed a break. You want to go this way? You have to cross this big old street. You be careful, okay? We'll wait for one more car. We'll wait for one more car. Oh, they're turning. Everyone here is so sweet. They're like, everyone always waves and smiles and says hello. It's very, very neighborly around here. Woo! Big old piles, huh? You want to get in this one? Woo! Yeah! Come on. Come on, big boy. So yeah, I just needed a little bit of a break. I just didn't feel like, I just didn't want to, it was, you know, that whole thing still is fresh in my mind, but I didn't want it to consume like everything that I was talking about going forward. I mean, yeah, I just needed a little bit of distance, essentially. Um, so yeah, I filmed a vlog last week, and it was just a life vlog, just, you know, catching up on how things are going with me. So that's uploading right now. But I just didn't have it in me to do all the editing and stuff for it last week. And then I realized that I didn't have any unboxings prepped. I usually am at least a couple of weeks ahead, or have, you know, a couple of weeks worth of content, unboxings in the bank. But I didn't have any. I was like, I just don't, I'm not feeling like filming one right now. So I decided just to forego an unboxing last week. I'll get back into it. I usually try to do my unboxings on Tuesdays, but so hopefully I'll be able to get all that done in one day, because tomorrow, Monday, I'm in office, so I won't have time to do it tomorrow. And so my next available time is most likely going to be on my lunch break on Tuesday, since I'm at home. So I can scramble downstairs and use my lunch hour to try to shovel something down and film an unboxing. So hopefully I can get it filmed, edited, and uploaded all on one day. Otherwise it'll go up on Wednesday. So that's what I need to do content-wise for diamond painting. And then on Friday, I need to put something up on Instagram. I need to get on Canva and put together a little Instagram post. But Jade and I will be doing answering your questions about the Jaded Jamboree that starts in April. So hopefully we'll have all the information as far as like when the lives will be going up, and answer any questions and just kind of hang out. And that's going to be this coming, well, depending on when I post this, it'll be on Friday. Oh, I almost thought I didn't have my phone. It's like, oh no. Come here, baby. So that live will be going up. I'm hoping that I get this uploaded by Friday. We'll see. So that's, what day is that, Anthony? And it might be past this time, but it's going to be on Friday the 22nd. So here's another big old broken branch. And then we're coming up on the car that got annihilated. I think they're leaving it like this for insurance, I'm assuming. But it's been like this since the storm on Thursday. And I'm like, what are you doing? So yeah, this poor Honda, you can see it. It's got a tree sticking out of the windshield. Holy moly. I haven't walked past this. I've only driven by it. Poor thing. I went right through the windshield. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad. Oh, man. So yeah, I kind of was worried about that on Wednesday night because I knew this storm was coming in. We actually were supposed to be in office on Thursdays, but because we knew the storm was coming in, my supervisor was like, nope, everyone's working from home on Thursday. So I knew this storm was coming, so I made sure not to park under any trees, and I put my wipers up, all of that stuff. But yeah, it was quite the storm that rolled through here. But anyway, so yeah, Friday the 22nd, be going live with Jade. I don't know if we're gonna do her channel or my channel or both. I think on StreamYard I have the ability to go live on multiple channels, but one way or another I will post an Instagram post and probably something in the community tab on the channel letting you know where to go and what time. We agreed on a time, so I do know that. Let me pull up. Let's see what Jade has to say. Jade said, Anthony, you're ugly. No, I'm just kidding. She said, she just said that she needs to confirm and let me know. But I said 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. If we change that, it'll be on the Instagram post and on the community tab. But that's the soft plan. You want to go this way? I typically never walk up this way. So yeah, that's the soft plan. And we'll answer all of your questions in regards to the Jaded Jamboree, make sure we're all on the same page, and all that stuff. I mean, it's a very, very low commitment. Whoa, squirrel. Squirrel. Yeah, it got away from you. It got away from you. It's a smart squirrel. Low commitment event. Really, the main details are, as long as it's a Jaded Gem Shop kit, you're good. It doesn't matter how far along you are, new start, no new start, it's up to you. No finish is required for the event. It's really just a time for us to, you know, kind of show off what we've got from Jaded Gem Shop and talk about our kits and just kind of gab in general, because it's all going to be done via lives. So I'm not putting up like specific event content like individual videos, other than unboxings probably of my Jaded Gem Shop kits that are coming in. But other than that, nothing too intensive. It's really just the hanging out on the live streams and chit-chatting. And like I said, we'll confirm those on Friday with everyone, so you know when we'll be going live each week, and times and all that stuff, so you can try to plan around that. Let's go, buddy. See, you're getting stuck in the branches. Come on. So yeah, I think that's the only major update I have for you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the game plan is for Summer with the Masters yet. I haven't heard from Katie. I know that she wasn't feeling well recently, or really not feeling well. And then I think she's at oh my gosh, what is it? It's a supernatural convention this weekend. So I just figured it'd be kind of pretty quiet from her for a little while, because, you know, she was dealing with being sick, and I think the husband was sick too. I'm not sure if I don't think the kiddos got it. But I could only imagine trying to recover from that while prepping for this like convention that she's been super excited about. I was listening to her most recent Whip and Chat, and I'm like trying to like send healing juju her way, like heal before you have to go to the convention, because I know that's something that she was really looking forward to. And I'm like, yeah, you know, that sucks to get sick right before something that you've been planning. And she's been working on a kit to take to one of the actors to sign, and I'm like, no, do not get sick. So hopefully everything went well, but I'm hoping to connect with her soon. Maybe I'll try sending her a text message this evening. I'm not sure if the convention's still going on. I just don't want to bother her. But anyway, as soon as I know more about what's happening there, then I will let you know. I'm not trying to keep anyone in the dark, but we're still months away. We've still got the rest of this month, April and May, before that event kicks off. So I think we have time. I think our announcement video went up sometime in April last year, so we've got time. I'm not worried about it. And I think by this point, unless you're a new diamond painter and aren't familiar with the event, I think a lot of folks have probably, by this point, know the gist. But back to Jaded Jamboree. No new starts required, no finishes required. You don't really even need to share any progress photos or anything. You just diamond paint with us, and you know, if you can join us on the live streams, awesome. It's just kind of come hang out, and if we do any sort of giveaways, they'll be on the live streams, and they're not tied to like, oh, you have to show progress or prove that you're working on a kit. You just be in the live, and that's it. That's really what it's about, is just connecting with everyone. So that's all you need to do. But if you are, I'd love if you were working on a Jaded Gem Shop kit, and if you do want to share progress for the event, hashtag Jaded Gemboree 2024 on Instagram, or you can head over to the Jaded Gem Shop Facebook group and share your progress there. So you got a couple spots just to show off what you're working on in your progress and what you got going on. And I'd love to see what people got from the 10 kits that Jade released, special edition Jaded Gem Shop X single and placing kits. They're 10 Old Masters images that Jade and I picked out together to release for this event, but they're also all Old Masters. So if you want to use one and roll it right into Summer with the Masters, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do that too. So it gives you enough reason to work on a Jaded Gem Shop Old Masters kit for 4 months if you want to do that, or do multiples. So I think I picked 5. Yeah, 5 of the 10 releases, and then 1 custom canvas from Jade. So I'll most likely be kitting up 2 from Jaded Gem Shop. My custom image, which I haven't shared yet. I can't wait to see it and do the unboxing. But I'll be kitting that up, and then I'll be picking 1 of my 5 Old Masters from the special edition release. So we'll do that, and then most likely for Summer with the Masters, I'll be selecting 1 more Old Masters to start working on, either from Jaded Gem Shop or somewhere else. I have some from Diamond Painting Shop and Distracted by Diamonds. And I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have any Diamond Art Club Old Masters, at least not that I can remember. Yeah, so I'd probably have to pick either a Jaded Gem Shop kit, winter. Nope, I lied. Well, I guess I could use it. So I have Summer from Alphonse Mucha in Diamond Painting Shop, but it's a current whip. But I guess that could still technically work. But if I wanted to do a new start, it would have to be a Jaded Gem Shop kit or Distracted by Diamonds. Those are my 2 options for Old Masters. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's updates on that. I just wanted to let everyone know, because I did go a little bit radio silence last week. So if anyone's like, what is happening with Jaded Gemboree? We're doing a live Friday the 22nd. From what I understand, I'll update this on Instagram and the community page, but it'll be 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and then you can do the math on Central and Eastern. I don't want to say because time change, like wait, who does daylight saving? So I think there's a couple states that don't do it. I think Arizona doesn't do it. I don't remember, but anyway, it's 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Just Google that, do the conversion, and you'll know when to hop on. And you can hop on and ask any questions, get any clarification, and I'll probably be using that time to either kit up something, or depending on, I'm not sure if my kits from Jade will have come in yet. If they do, then I'll kit up one of those during that live, or at least I'll start. If I don't have my new kits from Jade in yet, then I'll just make sure it's okay with her, but I'll most likely be diamond painting something non-Jaded Gem Shop because I don't have any Jaded Gem Shop whips going right now. I'm kind of waiting until the new ones come in. So anyway, regardless, be there Friday the 22nd if that hasn't already passed, and we'll give you all the info for the event that will start in April. Let me see your leg. Whoop, boop. Good boy. Okay, well, that's enough preamble. Like I said, I'm going to try to get through a few questions. I've just been so behind on them, and I have a ton sitting in the queue, and I'm like, oh gosh, I got to get to these. So let's go ahead and do that. Right, buddy? The other thing that I need to do, I have a couple things that I need to celebrate. So I don't think I ever did like a, oh my gosh, we've got an deer / elk alert maybe? I don't want to walk over there because Apollo hasn't noticed them and I don't want to spook them, but there's a bunch underneath the tree straight in front of you. If you squint your eyes, there's one standing next to the fence and then 4 of them underneath that tree. And then there's 1, 2, 3 there. And then right through these power lines, straight ahead, there's probably another 8 or a dozen or so up there on the hill. So they come down from the mountains quite frequently here in Golden, walking around the neighborhoods and eating stuff. I don't think I've seen this many all at once. Usually it's just like 1 or 2 at night, but we've got a whole gaggle of deer. I might churn up here so we can get a slightly closer look, but I don't want to get too close because they look very at peace right now, so I don't want to spook them. But anyway, I have I need to do some celebratory videos, or one celebratory video coming up soon. It'll probably be an upcoming vlog as a thank you, because I cruised past 2,500 subscribers a while ago. Maybe I mentioned it, but I feel like I didn't acknowledge it enough. That's such a huge milestone for me, which is awesome. And it's something I'm really thankful that I've got that many people that want to engage. That's awesome. And so we're coming up on 2,700 now. So I'm behind on putting up some kind of thank you video. So I will do that soon. And then that parody video was actually my 100th vlog. I didn't even acknowledge it. I didn't even comment on it. It just so happened, I didn't plan it. It just so happened that vlog was my 100th. So now this will be, I think, 104 going up. So I want to do a little celebration because never did I think that I would be talking that much. And never did I think I would have so many awesome folks that would want to listen to me ramble on that much. I mean, if we average my vlogs, or let's say we average them all out and they're 2 hours, that's 200 hours of content that if you've been around since the beginning, that you may have watched of me. So thank you. I hope I didn't waste your time. Here's another view of, I guess, elk, deer. They look hefty. They look elky to me, but I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a whole run of them over here. They might be deer. I don't know. When I think of deer, I think of, is it fawns? So I think of very slender deer. Are elk just male deer? Oh, okay, never mind. Let me know. I don't know. Come on, big boy. They must have come all through this little valley here because there's a lot of droppings, and Apollo is like really sniffing it out. Good boy, good boy. None of that was snacks. Good for you. So yeah, I want to do a thank you video. I'll most likely be doing some kind of giveaway. I don't know what yet. Maybe I'll have to reach out to, or I might just get it. What I'm going to do is just get a gift card from a shop and do some sort of giveaway. So maybe I'll put up a poll and you can let me know. You guys can vote on which shop you'd like a gift card from. I'm thinking either, your classics, Diamond Art Club. I like going with Diamond Art Club just because it allows people to get stuff shipped internationally a lot easier. So that's usually my default, just with shipping, because I want people across the world, viewers from wherever you are in the world, to have easier access to that and not have your gift card just get eaten up by shipping. So that's usually my default, but I'll put it up to a poll. Diamond Art Club, Jaded Gem Shop, diamond painting shop. Maybe we can pick one more. I'll throw DP with sparklers up there. And I already said Jaded Gem Shop. Can you just do an Etsy, just an Etsy gift card, just blanket anything off Etsy, or does it have to be shop specific? Because I could do if I can, I could do an Etsy gift card and then you can just pick wherever you want to get stuff from. Let me do one more just in case that's not an option. Oh gosh. Oh gal. I don't know how Diamond Dots, I don't know if they do gift cards either. I'll think of one more. I'll try to put a total of 5 up, and then you can vote on which one you want. And then when I get to doing the thank you vlog, I'll have you answer a question in the comments. I'll do a drawing, and then the vlog after that, I'll announce the winner. So let's do that. Yeah, because that'll just, I think it'll be a nice thank you. 2,500, that is crazy to me. And I really appreciate the continued support and all of that good stuff. So just a little thank you. I do have, sorry, we're just never going to get to these questions, are we? I do have, and this will be a completely separate vlog, which I don't think I'll film or put up until this fall, maybe. I'm not sure. Just some stuff that I've been thinking about, but I do have, yeah, that probably wasn't good, was it? I do have I have a diamond painting kit and a whole mess of diamond painting pens that I need to destash. So I could also I probably would just give them away, to be honest, at this point. So maybe if the winner is in the US and I have the wherewithal to deal with packaging and shipping, which is like the bane of my existence. I don't like sending stuff from my own house. After doing that destash, and I would rather avoid having to send you anything directly. I'd rather just give you a gift card, because that's very low stakes for me. But I could see myself packing up a diamond painting and a few diamond painting pens that I just don't have. I'm just not interested in using them anymore or working on that kit, so I just want to kind of get them out of the house. So yeah, maybe I'll incorporate those 2, or maybe I'll do multiple prizes. I'm not sure. But in my head, I was just like, okay, all of this is going to the dumpster. And then now in retrospect, I'm like, that's money, you know, that's like 6 diamond painting pens and a diamond painting. So probably shouldn't just throw them completely away. But yeah, I also need some recommendations for some diamond painting pens. I'm in the market for trying some different shops. So I got something from, is it Bistro Pens? No, I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. I promise we'll at least get to one question. Oh, let's see. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Where are your orders, Anthony? Purchases. Diamond Pen Pal. I've never ordered. Oh, it looks like, do we completely run out of sidewalk, or is it just blocked slightly? Let's find out. I don't want to walk in the street. This is a busy street. It looks like it picks back up. Let's make this quick, because this is scary. Okay, come on. I don't know why the sidewalk does continue, but it wasn't shoveled. Oh, your paws are wet. Yeah, so I got a new pen from Diamond Pen Pal, and then I went back and started using my Norse Alchemist pens. I had 2 of those. I went back and started diamond painting with those. It was just time to mix it up. I thought I had found my forever pens, but things change. So I'm in the market for some different pens, and yeah, I've been using my Norse Alchemist wooden hybrid pen, and it's thinner than stuff I've been using recently, and I was worried that I wouldn't like that, because the reason I switched is because I felt like they were too thin. But I started diamond painting with that yesterday, and gosh, will we even get to questions? Keep like, oh, tangents, Anthony, tangents. Yeah, I was worried that it would be uncomfortable, because the reason I switched is because it started becoming uncomfortable with the thin pens. But I went back to it, and granted, I've only been using it for a couple days, but it's totally fine. It feels just fine. But I still want a thicker pen in my stash to alternate when and if my hand does start to cramp or feel uncomfortable. So that Diamond Pen Pal pen is a little bit thicker, so I'm hoping that'll be a good alternate. But I'd like 1 or 2 more, maybe 3, just so I can have some color variation for when I want to do my Instagram photos with like matching pens and stuff. Because after I de-stash and give away what I'd like to get rid of, I'll be left with just my one Norse Alchemist pen, which even that I didn't realize I still was going to use, because I had thought that Apollo chewed up, Apollo had chewed up both of those pens when he was a puppy. And I put them away because I was like, oh, he ate these pens. And when I decided, okay, it's time to revamp the pens that I use, I pulled those out of my little storage drawer, and I was like, maybe I can sand them down or something so the bite marks aren't like digging into my fingers and stuff. And I took a good look, and it doesn't look like he chewed one of them. So one of them was spared. The other one is all chewed up on the end. So I think I'll just have to throw that one away, unfortunately, because I don't think I'm gonna sand it or like we do have a lathe in the garage, but I don't think I have the wherewithal or the right attachments and stuff to try to like re-churn that to shave it down. But if you have any suggestions on where I can find some thicker pens, or pens of some good color variation that aren't super thin. I don't like the pencil thin ones. I like, because I guess my hands are a little bit bigger. I like a little bit of a bigger pen, but I'm looking to invest in like 3 or 4 pens from different shops, just to refresh and reset my pen stash, because I leaned really heavily into one shop, and now I'm like, okay, well, got to figure out what to do with all these. So anyway, so yeah, those pens that I currently have and a diamond painting will be given away or de-stashed or I guess disposed of. I don't know, I'll figure it out, but I'll try to get them to good hands if it's not too cumbersome. Because that would be kind of a waste just to toss them. But anyway, okay. Yeah, so 2,500 plus subscribers / 100 vlog celebration video coming out soon with some giveaways. Be on the lookout for that. And that's enough of that. Let's get to these comments. Geez, Anthony, how long have we probably been talking for like 2 hours already? Oh my gosh, 41 minutes and we didn't even get to comments yet. Okay, well, this is probably going to be a long one. I'd like to find where we can sneak off into some neighborhood streets so the cars aren't driving by at 45, and just get to some quieter areas. I think, yeah, we'll come up here by the Taco Bell and we'll see where we're at. You're peeing a lot. Well, you're not really peeing. You're just... Oh, are you okay? You smacked your paw that time. Little jumpy boy. Okay. All right, refresh. Oh my gosh, so many comments. Thank you all so much for the comments. I will try to keep chipping at them slowly but surely. Oh, we're 3 weeks behind. Anthony, what are you doing? Okay, before we start, let me do this little sneak around. We got to be really careful because now the traffic is going the same direction we are. Okay, let's make a break. Let's make a break. Nope, not across. Stay on this side. Good boy. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. We'll walk into this little shopping center. I can show you around while we're here. So you've got a nice FedEx. This is where I'll probably come to ship your diamond painting kit and pens should you win that giveaway, if that's the route we go. Okay. So all of these comments are in regards to my vlog, episode 98, responding to your comments, part 8. So we have from Melissa Tricia, does Summer with the Masters not require a new start? I'm still newish to diamond painting, so this will be my first time doing the event. No, it does not. At least it hasn't in previous years. I did have one conversation just kind of confirming that we were both in with Katie a few weeks ago. And so we briefly covered, you know, should we just keep it the exact same as last year? And I believe the agreement was yes, it'll just be exactly the same. So if that's the case, then no new starts are required. No finishes are required because these old Masters kits tend to be really big and tend to be very confetti heavy. So to pressure people into being like, oh, you've got to finish this 90 by 110 square with 200 colors and all confetti is just, it's a lot. So no, we won't be doing that. At least I don't think. Stay tuned for more details, but I can almost guarantee that no new starts will be required. Hup hup. Good boy. Come here. Is that a ton of snow? Oh my word. Is that more snow than you've ever seen in one pile? Hup hup. Good boy. Be careful. I don't want that asphalt getting you dirty. Be careful. Okay. That's enough of that. That's dirty snow. You're too pretty for that snow. Oh, sorry. So FedEx, nail salon, the Golden Curiosity Shop, which is just like knickknacks and magic stuff, I think. Then you have the Dollar Tree, New Panda Asian Cuisine, a liquor store, Goodwill, Ace Hardware, which is fairly new. There's a massage school, the Army recruiting place, chiropractor, and Subway, and the Taco Bell. I don't think I've been to any of these businesses, except for maybe the liquor store. I think I've been there a couple times when I used to live here. But never been inside any of these. I should check out that Golden Curiosity Shop. I feel like that would be like oddities and stuff. It's like up my alley. But yeah. Nope, that's a Taco Bell bag. You don't need that. So yes. And then Kadzuku said, in the past years, Summer with the Masters has not required a new start or a finish because they know that this type of artwork requires massive kits that take a long time to complete. Exactly. I should have read that. And then Melissa responded with an awesome thank you. So yeah, I'm sorry, Melissa, for the delayed response. But yes, from what I understand, it'll be the same as previous years. No new start, no finish required. If for some reason that's changed, I'll let you know, but I just don't see a world where we would change that requirement. So yeah, thank you for the comment. And then the Diamond Stitcher said, love having these videos on in the background, so I don't mind the lengths, and I appreciate your courage to talk about topics others may find controversial and educating the community. Hope you and Paulo are settling into the new neighborhood. Yeah, we are. Thank you so much. It's been great. I mean, I can't believe it's already been like 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks since I moved in. It feels like not that long, and also longer in terms of, you know, it's with 2 friends and we were already friends for a long time. I mean, Doug I've known for about 2 years now, and Joe I've known for 10, maybe less than that, but between 7 and 10 years. So it was very quickly, very fast for us to just kind of get in a groove, you know. So yeah, it's been fantastic. But yeah, thank you for the comment. Leslie P 6971 just said, "You are the best." Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then Linda Hammermeister said, "The picture on your camera is beautiful. Everything is very clear. Listen to you all the time. Love your channel. Congratulations moving into your new place. Have great fun and take care." Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well too. Come on, sweetheart. Good boy. We're next to the dermatologist's office, which I didn't even know was here. And this is much closer than the one I normally go to. So if it's on my insurance plan, maybe I can just start coming here. The same with the dentist. I think we might have walked past the dentist office, but it's back on the main drag. And it's like right around the corner from the house. And so I will absolutely, come on, be going to that dentist now. The original dentist that I used to go to is probably about a 30-minute drive from here. And the only reason I used to go there is because I had a friend that worked there, but she doesn't work there anymore. So I'm like, even though I am loyal to my dentist there, I've been going to him for 15 years. No, maybe. I was like 24, 13 years, yeah. 13 years I've been going to that dentist, but now that my friend doesn't work there, I'm kind of like, eh. And also, my tooth keeps chipping, my front tooth, we've talked about this. And they keep putting a little bit of filler right at the front and hoping that that will work so they don't have to either do a crown or a veneer, but it keeps coming off. It came off about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and I just didn't get it put back on because I'm like, this is now the 4th time that we've had to put this little filler on, and I can't even bite into some whole wheat bread without it popping. So I've been planning on just finding a new dentist, and it's about time. I'm due for a cleaning. Find a new dentist, and even if they suggest putting filler on again, maybe it'll be different with a different dentist. It doesn't make sense to keep going back and doing it over and over. And the first couple times, because I've been going there for so long, they did it for free. But the last time they charged me, and I'm like, yeah, do I need to pay, $400 every 2 months, $200 a month to keep the filler on my front tooth? Like, I need to find a more permanent solution than that. So yeah, the other thing I didn't get to do because of the snow is I was supposed to have an appointment, a checkup appointment for my shoulder, which is still doing little wonky stuff. It doesn't hurt, but it's still doing little pops and grinds. It's popping and locking all over the place. And so I need to get that figured out, but my appointment was found out on Thursday, and that's when the snowstorm hit, and I was pretty much snowed in. So I didn't get to do that, so I need to reschedule that. And I might try to find a different orthopedic surgeon to go to, because that one was also one that I went to because it's where I originally went. But that's about a 45-minute hour drive from here. I'm like, there's so many closer orthopedic surgeons, and the last doctor was not the doctor that performed my surgery. So I'm like, I don't know why I'm beholden to going to that specific office if it's so out of the way. So I'm going to try to find one that's closer to home, and it'll also give me the opportunity to get a second opinion. So anywho, come on, Apollo. We're just going to keep going up here. So we're actually going towards where I used to live back when I lived in Golden. So we're headed south right now, and this is called South Golden Road. It's kind of the main drag through town, and then it forks into 2 one-ways down by the house. But it comes together over here. A lot more businesses. This is kind of where you're going to find your chains and kind of your suburbia stuff, whereas downtown's a lot of local stuff. There's a Starbucks downtown too, but there's like 3 or 4 other local coffee shops. And today I got a sandwich for lunch at D Deli, which is a local deli. And then I tried to get some local ice cream, but they were pretty low on their pints to go. And there weren't any flavors that were calling my name. Everything was just a little too excessive, like, something crunch with this and this. I'm like, I just want like a chocolate chip or like even a vanilla. I don't even think they had just plain, like everything had, which I'm not opposed to, but everything was like blueberry, honeycomb, lavender, basil something. And I'm just like, I'm not in the mood for experimental flavors today. I want my classics. So I didn't get any ice cream, sad. Just have to get a kombucha or something. But anyway, okay. Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate it. And then Michelle Callender said, this was another great vlog. I wanted to ask you to post a link for the thin multiplacers, but someone beat me to it. Thanks for the link. Yay. Yeah, I think somebody else had asked, and I think I got that link up there for you. So let me know if you still need it, anyone, and I'll get that over to you. Lise Boyd. Lisa? Is that another Lisa? You'll have to let me know. Lise. Lise. I'm going to say Lisa Boyd. Let me know if that's incorrect. 3 things. 1, I am new and I am enchanted. Oh, thank you. I share your belief in kindness and thinking before speaking. Even at 60, I still work to not stick my foot squarely in my mouth. Sigh. 2, DAC producing AI or traditional art depends greatly on demand, what's on agreement with the artist, and the voting. Very true. Money speaks, but we also get to vote. Rare indeed. 3, if Apollo starts turning his nose up at the fishy treats, dunk them in peanut butter? LOL, might not be the healthiest idea. Yeah, I mentioned it a couple of vlogs ago, but yeah. A lot of people were like, I wouldn't eat those treats either. And I find them to be pretty gross too. But he's fine with them now. He's almost done with that bag. I just plop them in his food bowl and he chomps them right up like little croutons, little fishy croutons. So he's good on those now. But yeah, at first he turned his nose up to them, but I really think it came down to him just being so distracted with all the things. Come on, hop up. Good boy. Distracted with all the things around us that he was just not interested in chomping down on anything, especially something new. But he got used to them pretty quickly. Little butt. Little fluffy butt. Ooh, it's slushy over here. And me, being the smart preparer for walking, I wore my regular dry weather running shoes. So of course my feet are getting a little damp, but that's okay. But yeah, I think we're good on the peanut butter. Although I would try that. He does not seem to be at all interested in peanut butter. He also is generally not that interested in human food. He likes to sit outside of the kitchen while I'm cooking, but he doesn't beg for food. And when it comes time to eat, I always feed him when I eat. So he's more interested in his food and going to eat that than he is with coming and fussing with me. And so he just doesn't really, that's not a big motivator for him. He doesn't eat human food. I do not give him any scraps. He doesn't get anything off my plate. He will eat, what is that? What is that? What is that? Is that a St. Patrick's Day bear? Come here. It's not real. It's not real. He will eat, like if I grill chicken and I haven't seasoned it, he'll get some, but I just put it in his bowl with his food when I feed him. I don't give it to him off the plate or anything. The other thing I'll do is if I'm making anything with meat, like red meat, if I take it out of the package and it's got a bunch of blood pooled in it, I will fill the bag a little bit with water to collect all the blood out of the package, and I will pour the blood and juices over his food. He really likes that. But once again, he doesn't get any prepared food. I think the most, oh my gosh, I honestly can't even tell you what human food he's ever eaten. It's that infrequent that I would let him do that. So I don't even know. I don't even know what food. I'm sure he eats crumbs off the floor or has been able to, sneak a bite of something here and there, but it's never intentional. So he just doesn't look for it. He doesn't crave it. He doesn't beg for it. He just doesn't even know really it's a thing. He just has his own food. So he did get a little backed up, gosh, this might be TMI. He did have some stomach issues the other day, for about a day and a half. And then yesterday morning, he sat up out of bed and started hacking up, and he hacked up a chunk of a bone, a raw bone, but a bone nonetheless. Probably about a 1/2-inch piece of bone that he just didn't chew all the way. And so it came back up, thank goodness. And now he seems fine. So I think that was just kind of churning in his system without getting digested, and he was having a tough time with it. But he finally hacked it up yesterday luckily on the wood floor, but I was half asleep. And I guess this must be what it's like when you have kids, or something that you're required to take care of. But I was like in a dead sleep, I was asleep. And the second I heard the hut, I shot out of bed like I had been awake all day. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong? Come here. I don't even think I was really conscious. I was just in reaction mode. So I just sat up out of bed, got up immediately, okay, come here, baby. It's okay. And got him away from the wool carpet and onto the hardwood. And I knew I didn't have time to get out of, put pants on and get him all the way outside. So I was like, this is going to have to happen here. So I got him to the wood floor and I just kind of massaged his back while he, got it out. And he got it out, and yeah, I heard it click on the floor, so I knew it was bone. It was hard. So lesson learned. I went to a local butcher shop and got him some chopped up stew bones. And they were like, oh, these are perfect for dogs. They looked a little small, but I wasn't super concerned about it. But I think they were too small because he broke it and ate an entire piece of it, whereas normally he gets big old knuckle bones and stuff, or kneecaps, and those are huge, and so he can't break them up into little pieces. He just kind of gnaws on them. So I'm gonna have to throw away those bones, because even though they're raw and they're not gonna churn into shards like cooked bones, they're just cut too small for his big old mouth. So anyway, yeah. See, I'm so bad with with responding to comments, because I'm like, I could walk 20 miles and we'd probably still not be done. And yeah, I don't know when to hush up. Okay, so now I just lost my place. No! Oh my gosh, scroll. Okay, here we go. Heart. So thank you so much for that, Michelle Calendar. I appreciate it for that. And then thank you, I'm going to say Lisa, help me with that. Boyd, thank you. But yeah, he's not into peanut butter. I've tried giving it to him. Even got the dog-specific peanut butter at 1.2. Not interested. He would lick it a little bit, and then I'd find the treat or the Kong full of peanut butter. He's just not interested. So I don't know. He's He's a weird dog. He's a health nut, apparently. Stacy Hardy 3578 said, thanks for the tour of Golden. Glad you and Apollo are settling in well at your new home. Thank you. I appreciate it. Kadzuku said in regards to, these are just various vlogs. I haven't been announcing what they're in regards to. I'll try to remember that, sorry. My vlog episode 98, responding to comments part 8, Kadzuku said, since you asked, I'll add my 2 cents about AI. I have no problem with AI artists themselves, as with any medium, there are artists with a wide variety of skill levels, and it definitely requires talent to make something amazing. My only concern with AI is how the programs themselves are taught and programmed. I don't like the idea that other artists' work is initially being fed into the program when it is first learning, without those other artists being compensated. If I could know that a program is only learning from either properly licensed pieces or pictures in the public domain, it would make me feel a lot better. Yeah, I totally see that, and I get that, that sentiment, and that's kind of the biggest sticking point with a lot of people is like, they're not upset at the artist, they're upset at like how the tool is trained, quote unquote. I'll kind of, I think I've mentioned this before, and it's something that I learned after I first started talking about this. Let's go this way. It seems quieter down this street. Come on. So yeah, you're right. When the software is developed and the machine learning, the AI is being trained on artwork, it's the artwork, you know, images can be scraped from anywhere and everywhere. It could be licensed artwork, it could be a picture of your kids at the playground that you posted on Instagram. Like, if it exists online, it can, you know, companies, developers can and will use those images to train their AI. And so that inherently could be a problem for a lot of people. My opinion is shifting, but I guess my previous opinion, and still for the most part my current opinion, is, you know, when an artist that has, let's just say, a paintbrush and a canvas goes to start something new, of course they have their own style that they have, but I'm sure, you know, when you try to draw something freehand, your brain is also referencing other hot air balloons you've seen, and maybe I'm wrong, but most people, when you close your eyes and think of a hot air balloon, picture it in your head. Now tell me if what you just thought of it in your head was partially inspired by a licensed artist. Probably, you know? So that's kind of how I see it. Like, it's hard for humans, when they're creating new stuff, to completely omit any previous reference of that thing when they're making a new thing, be it licensed or not. And I've had a couple of artists comment previously where they say, absolutely, I will Google an image of a girl in the rain holding an umbrella because that's what I'm trying to draw freehand. But I want to reference like how the arm is positioned and where the fingers go around the umbrella, and, you know, just kind of the shape and form. Like, I'm going to use that as reference. I'm not putting a piece of paper up to the computer monitor and tracing it, but I am referencing that to kind of get a feel for the shapes and the design and position and placement, and maybe even coloring too. If you're looking up a sunset and you're like, ooh, that's a really pretty yellow, I'll use something similar to that, even be it licensed or not, because you are creating something new. So we do that, as artists do that a lot as humans. You know, a human artist without AI do that a lot anyway. Reference something else, be it licensed or not, in creating their own artwork. So I personally feel that how AI is trained is similar to that. You know, I would imagine a lot of artists, before they're like, ooh, that's how the shape of the arm goes, they're not looking up and getting permission to reference that other artist's arm position before they start making their own piece. So that's kind of how I see it. And before I really learned about how AI tools are trained, or software is trained, I thought that you type in sunset and it just goes into its catalog of all the images it's scraped from the internet and just says, okay, I'll take this little bit here and this little bit here and stitch it all together like a quilt, and suddenly it's a new image. Turns out that that's not how it works. You tell it what you're wanting. Oh, hold on. So that's kind of how I thought it worked. I thought it took like microscopic little pieces and stitched them together to make something completely new. And that's not really how it works. So the AI tool is trained on based off of how an image has been tagged. So if it gets tagged, as whoever's developing puts it together, they pull an image from the internet that gets tagged with, umbrella, girl, sunset, whatever. And that trains the AI to know that if someone types in umbrella, this is what they're talking about. So it only gets to see that stuff one time. It's almost like, it's like the difference between an open book test and not, essentially. So, you only get to study and practice and learn, a few times or millions of times, but once it's been taught, then it's on the computer to figure it out. So it doesn't get to go back and be like, wait, what was an umbrella? Let me Google it and look it up and just pull one down. So it has to know, and that's kind of the cool thing about AI, is seeing what it comes up with when you type in your prompts, because it's almost kind of artificially having to recall, not necessarily even recall, just like a human brain would, like if I say, draw a beach ball, you don't get to have a stack of magazines next to you and be like, okay, beach ball, let's see. You just have to do it, And if I'm like beach ball with monochrome beach ball, 1950s style, Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon 50s beach party with the beach ball, It's trying the best it can with what it learned to pull that together. It doesn't get to go and reference in real time. So it's a lot closer to how we learn and recall and memorize stuff than I originally thought. So I don't know if that helps you or not, but whoa, that bunny was really brave. So yeah, I don't know if that helps you or not. And I'm not trying to tell you that should make it better or worse for you. I'm just letting you know that's kind of how I learned that it's different. And for me personally, it did help out a little bit of like, okay, it's not directly just like, okay, he said he wants a Hawaiian beach sunset image. I'm just gonna go find one on the internet and throw a bunch of stuff on it, make the hands look weird, and then there you go, It's not that derivative. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah, and there are some tools. I believe the AI tools that are built into Photoshop are all licensed by Adobe. So if you know that an artist is using Photoshop AI generation, like that brand, then you should be okay. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. And I see more and more of these companies, some companies, creating AI in that way. The big issue there is those programs can be incredibly cost prohibitive for a lot of artists. So that's great that those companies can license those images and pull from public domain and make it feel a little bit better, but it really limits who has access to that, which makes sense. It costs money to license all that, so it almost starts to turn into, that same old battle of, yeah, we can do it, but it's gonna be expensive, which, fine. The same with actual diamond painting. Like, I only purchase from licensed artists, and I don't buy anything that either I'm unsure of being unlicensed or I know is a blatant, stolen image. So I just avoid any shop that I even have an inkling that there might be a problem. So it's all just kind of a spectrum. What are you comfortable with? What are you willing to pay for? How much value do you have in your artists? And let's say we had an AI artist that only used that Photoshop tool that has licensed images, and we started diamond painting shop only using those types of images, but the diamond paintings are $150 each because of that extra overhead. Are we comfortable with that, or are now we upset because the diamond paintings are too expensive? I feel like shops and artists are put in such a hard spot because we want value. We want things as affordable as possible. The favorite thing we love to do as consumers is complain about cost. But then at the same time, we're also like, you need to do it 100% ethically and make sure everyone is compensated and make sure, all of the boxes are checked. But I still need it to be at rock bottom prices. And it's like, we have to find that perfect intersection of value and ethics, right? Or personal values versus monetary value. And I feel like sometimes they live in completely separate worlds for us, and we don't tie them together. And they really should be, because, all of those little extra costs and all of making sure that artists are taken care of, and making sure that, if they're going to use AI tools, are using this Photoshop, those plans for Photoshop can be in the hundreds of dollars a month. So think of it as, from an artist perspective, you're signing with a diamond painting company, and let's say the contract is 40%, 40%, commission on a diamond painting, and it's $50. So you're getting $25. No. Would that be right? No, let's say it's 50%. Let's say that's incredibly generous. I don't know any shop that would offer that much commission. I'm just trying to come up with round numbers here. So it's a $50 diamond painting. You get 50% commission on every one sold. So you're gonna get $25, and it's a smaller diamond painting shop. Let's say you sell 2 diamond paintings from that shop a month. So you're getting $50 a month, and your tool is $250 a month. And so suddenly it stops making sense, So I see why, artists go with like a Midjourney is $10. That's it forever. I don't think it's monthly. Maybe it is. But regardless, I paid $10 for Midjourney a month. And so that's a much better, exchange, plus all the hours you're putting into fine-tuning it if you're the type of AI artist that does all that. Like, let's not forget the time that a lot of these artists take post-AI generation in cleaning stuff up. It just, when you really break it down, it just doesn't make sense from a profit standpoint, aside from, or just, cost standpoint, aside from just wanting to spend the money to enjoy creating artwork in the craft and just being an artist for artist's sake, that's fine. But I would assume artists that are on diamond painting shop sites do have a portion of their interest in making some income, and maybe they're just looking to recoup $50 a month or $75 a month, fine. But personally, if I was an artist and I was signing with the diamond painting shop and they turned around and said, no, we can't sign you as an AI artist unless you're using this tool that references licensed images, well, now you're pushing me into a position where I'm spending more money to create artwork that your customers want or that you're demanding than I am actually, with the income from from your shop. So it just doesn't make sense. So I just worry that if we start going down that path of, if we're going to sign these new and up and coming artists, then they have to go that route. I have a feeling it's really going to limit shops on what artists will actually sign with them, unless they can get a guarantee that the shop is going to pay for their tools. I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't know. There's so many facets to this, and it's so gray area, and there's so many things to consider. It really just comes down to like what your personal preference is, and as consumers, and we kind of are the tastemakers and decide what is going to work in shops, because that's where we spend money. So make sure that, as a customer, your voice is heard, and depending on how you feel about it, let shops know, and then they get to make a conscious decision. But I would hate to go down this path of like this craft becoming even more exclusionary than it can sometimes already feel or be, or price prohibitive than it can sometimes be. We actually just had this conversation over on Mia's Live today, a little bit of folks were talking about licensed versus unlicensed diamond paintings. And there's some people that are strongly opposed to any diamond paintings that are unlicensed. Some people that are okay with it, depending on someone's budget, because it's not fair for someone who wants to enjoy this craft or wants to try it out but has a really limited budget. It's unfair to tell them, no, sorry, you can't do this one because you can't afford it. So too bad, so sad. And there was a couple people that just, out and out said, yeah, it is kind of too bad, too sad, because under no circumstances is it okay to steal an image. So this kind of falls into that same thing too, where I feel like AI will start to become that thing of it, like, well, AI is only allowed if it's, from the Adobe suite, because that's all licensed artwork. And yeah, those kits are $20 more than other AI, AI kits, but that's just too bad, so sad. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. I don't think it has to be like that for this, because I just intrinsically, I think there's other ways to go about, having AI artists in the diamond painting community, or like in the production of things. So yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a heavy topic to discuss, and there's a lot to consider. But yeah, generally, I'm still in the camp of it's okay to have Midjourney artwork created utilizing Midjourney in the diamond painting space. But my views are adjusting. So I still haven't filmed that video of my journey with Midjourney, because I really haven't been playing with it too much recently. I've just had a lot going on. So maybe I'll make that commitment this week to play around with it for a few more hours and then start filming something. But yeah, I feel like my thoughts are evolving. Come here. Oh, cutie. He smells something good. Thank you for the comment. Let's see how we're doing. 19% battery. Okay. Stacy Hardy 3578 in regards to that same video said, just your description of the costumes makes me want to see the parody. I'm looking forward to hearing about your experience with Midjourney. I really appreciate your perspective on art that utilizes AI. It seems like every time I have thought about the subject, you cover it in one of your vlogs. Some of my favorite diamond paintings have an AI aspect to them. I feel if people don't like artwork that utilizes AI, they should just not buy it. I don't like all of the attacks that happen on social media, either of people who support it or when people ask about it, the anti-AI people spout off. I think some people don't understand AI but are so convinced it's all stolen art, they don't bother to learn more. Yeah, I agree. Like you said, it's not black and white. AI isn't all good or all bad. It really depends on the user's intent. To me, AI-assisted or generated art is someone using AI as a starting point and taking it from there to fine-tune their piece, either with more prompts or other software. That is the art part of it. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I think the biggest takeaway I have so far, and like I said, I'll get to it in more detail eventually, but I was really surprised by how ready to go, ready for production some of the images I was able to create on Midjourney were just in the first like hour of me playing with it. I really thought it was going to take a lot more like prompts and time and fine tuning to get something that at least looked clean enough to be made into a diamond painting, let alone what I wanted to see. But sometimes, you know, I would put in a prompt and it'd spit out something that I absolutely would diamond paint. Now, was it exactly what I had in my head as what I wanted to see? No. But setting that aside, the composition of the actual artwork itself, or the image itself, wasn't so crazy and sloppy and wonky that I wouldn't diamond paint it. So that's where a little bit of my concern is starting to come from, is starting to eke through of like, oh, I've been standing on this soapbox of like, hey, you know, it really takes time and extra tools and refinement to like clean up an image and get it to the point that it would be even something you'd want to diamond paint, but that's not necessarily the truth. I appreciate it when AI artists do that and really do take the time and add some more elements and add some more depth and dimension and really make it their own. But is that a requirement? And would you easily be able to tell that someone has or hasn't done that? I don't know. I think the tool is getting smarter and smarter every day in every version, with the intention of the lines being blurred. And originally, now I'm just fully getting into the topic, but originally I was a promoter of that. Like, let's get it so good that no one can tell the difference, and then we can all just stop talking about it because no one will really know. And I think that's the direction we're going anyway, but I guess I would prefer if I did know that some extra time was taken, some effort was taken, somebody behind the monitor actually cares, you know? Like, it's not entirely just crank them out so I can try to, you know, capitalize on this as much as possible. That just doesn't feel right to me in comparison to someone that does take their time, you know? Be it a traditional non-AI artist or someone that does use AI in addition to other things. Especially, you know, that the profit and commercialization part of it. If you're just cranking out images just to see what they look like and share them with friends, or maybe you'll create a custom out of one of them or something like that, or even if you put them up on your own website or Facebook group or Etsy shop, and you're like, hey, you know, Venmo me $5 if you take one of these images, please, or Venmo me $15 or whatever. And then people have the choice to do that and create a custom. But it makes me worried that someone without any interest in artwork, any interest in creative expression, any interest in diamond painting, or, you know, bringing more styles of artwork to the diamond painting community, doesn't care one iota about any of that. It's just, who can I, you know, which one of these shops can I trick into selling my images? That's where I'm just like, that doesn't feel good, you know? So that's kind of where my head's at right now. And so, yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna keep exploring. But I think right now where my head's at, where I've landed on, is if I do, this is so hard. I don't know where I'm at. Part of me wants to say, if I do want to do a diamond painting of an AI art image, then I will reach out directly to the artist and connect with them, learn a little bit about their process, or maybe I can glean their process just from their Instagram or wherever I found them. I can kind of glean what they do and purchase an individual license from them directly, and then order a custom from like Jaded Gem Shop or something. And that's how I can support AI artists with just as much love that I give to other artists. You know, I can just pay them directly for their work and what they, you know, what we've agreed on as far as, you know, value prospect and all that stuff. We can work on that individually, because then I have more control over the types of AI art that I support. So I think that's how I'd like to go about it. Now I say that, but part of me also is like, well, that's cute and all, Anthony, but you mean to tell me that the next time Eau Claire Studios puts something up that makes your eyes bulge out of your head, you're not gonna buy them from Diamond Art Club? And what about the AI artists that you love that are licensed with other shops, and you can't do an individual license? What do you do then? I guess I just have to take that on a case-by-case basis and trust that the shops that I'm purchasing from are licensing with artists that do put some extra care. Like Diamond Art Club, you know, says that they review all that. But it's hard. It's hard for, I would imagine it's hard for a shop like Diamond Art Club to suss that out, because I've seen it with my own eyes, how good some of these images can look. If you put it in front of me and my job was to decide if you'd done extra work on it or not, I don't know how you'd tell. So I don't know how Diamond Art Club is getting around that. So it just makes me worried in that regard. So that's where my current opinion lies, is like, best, you know, perfect scenario, I just get to find artwork from any artist that I want. I do an individual license and I just get it made into a custom. And that's how we do that. It just takes, it puts the control in my hands rather than relying on a shop to verify for me. Or maybe it's a brand new shop. I don't know what their methods are, and I see an image that I love and it's, you know, it's not done the way I would like it to be done, you know? Like I guess it's a trust issue with dive-in painting shops that carry AI artwork. I guess it's a little bit of a trust issue on my end, because I've seen it with my own eyes, how good some of this stuff can look on draft one with just, you know, a general prompt. And that's not a bad thing. It speaks to how well this software is working, but when it comes to the monetization of that, I just, I don't know. So that's where I'm at with that. Thank you for the comment. Oh, we're gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna keep responding to comments. Obviously, we're not gonna get through all of these, but we're just gonna do as many as we can. In regards to my whip and chat January 31st, responding to your comments, part 7, Dragon Rage 122 said AI art wouldn't be such a problem if it didn't just skim the entire internet to learn from. I personally don't have a problem with it as a concept, but as it is, there's a lot of regulation or guideline for teaching AI on how to check for copyright or not when it picks up an image. Oh, potty break, hold on. Okay, let's go up this way. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. Let me know. Question of the day. If you pick up your dog's waste and you're far away from home or a public trash bag, what do you do with it? If someone has their trash can out and I know it's not a recycling or compost, obviously, then I will just bop it into someone's trash dumpster that's on the street waiting for pickup. I always feel uncomfortable doing it. I feel like I'm gonna get busted putting my trash in somebody else's trash. But I guess my other option would just be to hold it the rest of the time or try to find the nearest. I usually default to trying to find the nearest public trash can. But if I know there's not one, I guess I could, that's also a paid dumpster. But you know what I mean. Is that appropriate? Should I tie it to Apollo until we get all the way home, or I find one? I just never feel really good about it, but I'm like, I guess a different option would be that I just leave it, and I don't want to do that either. So, like, for instance here, like, I wouldn't walk up to their house when the trash can is next to the house and put it up there. But if their trash can was rolled out here onto the driveway for, like, pickup in the morning, I'll just kind of, whoop, just bop that thing in there. But is that okay? I don't know if that's okay. I always feel bad doing it, or I feel like I'm doing something wrong. But Dragon Rage 122, yeah, we kind of mentioned that in the previous comment about the learning thing. So I won't rehash that, but I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. Don't necessarily 100% agree, I guess, because I think we do the same with our own in-head computers. Sorry, battery died. But yeah, it's, I'm trying to think of like other ways to, that I can like compare it in my head. You might not agree with these comparisons, but in my head I'm like, okay, when you're in primary school, you're given like the lesson pages of let's learn how to draw a triangle, let's learn how to draw a circle. This is a square. I mean, those learning pages are all copyrighted by some sort of company that does educational publications. So when you know, the next day you come into class and the teacher's like, go up there with a piece of chalk and draw the square. And the only thing that you have for reference is the square that, you know, not Mavis Beacon, that was typing, but you know what I mean. Your only reference was that copyrighted square that was drawn on the page. Are you stealing that square when you're thinking about drawing your square? I don't know. That's probably too reductive, but that's kind of what I think about it. But that's a stark difference from you trying to sell the square, I guess. I don't know. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot. But you know, I want to keep this conversation going, and make sure to leave your thoughts and comments. It's just, you know, trying to draw like connections, I don't know. But anyway, I'm still learning, we're all still learning. And it's still a developing thing in general, so I don't think any of us has the crystal ball to say this is how this is going to play out. It's just how do we respond to it in real time, and how do we make sure that we're making conscious decisions. So anyway, let's see. Oh, well, hey, sir. That's a bunny. I see it. I see it and I see you. And you can't be doing that. That looked like an off-leash dog that way, so let's go to the next block. I haven't really ever walked around here before, so I don't think I'm lost, but this is all new. Color and Chat with Joanna said, oh, I love you, May. I have all the instruments just finished Into the Night. Ooh, it looks like a lot of blocking. It looks like a lot of blocking. Hope you enjoy it. Shine on, sweetie. Thank you so much. That was in regards to my unboxing of In This Moment. Yeah, that did look like it had a lot of color blocking. I joined Joanna's live this past week, just for a little bit. I can't remember what I was doing, but I just popped on for a few minutes just to say hi. And they sounded like they were having so much fun. So I listened in for a little bit, but I can't remember what I was doing. I don't think I was still working, maybe. But regardless, I popped in and said hello. Hi. AlleyCat61 said, this is so beautiful. I love all the crystal instruments. I hope May Art comes out with a crystal harp. Ooh, that would be cool. My daughter recently started playing. Oh, nice. Thanks for another great unboxing. Of course, you're welcome. Thank you for the comment. Okay. And then in regards to my event announcement for the Jaded Jamboree, Lisa0815 said, excited for this. I just ordered Leticia from Jade for this. Hope it comes on time. It's my third kit from Jade. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to check with Jade and see. I don't want to bother her. And I feel like one of the main pain points that small shops and shops in general have is is shipping times, because so much of that is out of their control because of manufacturing. So to hear, I'm sure that's the most number one thing a lot of these shops get is, where's my kit? When's my kit coming? When the, blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to be one of those people, but I am curious to see what the status is in regards to like if everything will be in on time for the event. And even if your kit doesn't arrive day one for the event, this is not a race to the finish. This is not a, new starts only and you get an entry or something special for putting in a start photo, and those that put it in first get something. There's no reason for it taking a little bit longer through the event for it to be that big of a deal. All of this will be conducted on live streams. So if you join the first live and you still haven't received your Jaded Gem Shop kit, it's okay to work on another kit or do, have something else going on while you listen to that live. So don't let that April 1st start date impact your knee-jerk reaction to send, to reach out. I mean, if you're a customer, and if it's past the expected timeline from when you ordered it, sure, that's fine. But if you're still within that shipping window, look at these branches. That one broke through the fence right there. Yikes, that sucks. And this one just kind of blocked the road. But yeah, if you're still within that shipping window that Jade or any other shop provides to you, then patience. Treat these shops with respect and kindness and understanding, and just like you would anything else. If you were told by, your manager or whatever that you had 4 to 12 weeks to get a project done, and then 3 weeks later they're like, where the heck is that project? You'd be like, excuse me, didn't we already cover this? Like, I imagine that's how so many small shops feel. Like, did you miss that? Did you miss that email or memo? So just be patient. If you're still within your shipping time and it's April 15th, that's okay. That's okay. I'm sure there's either another diamond painting in your stash to work on, or you have a current whip. Just join us for the engagement and the fun that we're going to have on the live, and just exercise that patience, because I just don't want this to become a thing where like suddenly Jade feels up against a wall or stressed out and trying to move things so much faster than she normally does because April 1st is some like hard set thing. The intention is this for this is to celebrate an amazing small shop and to engage with Jade's, folks over on her channel and all of you guys, and just have some fun and talk. That's the purpose of this event. So don't let it become anything else, please. I just don't want extra stress placed on her or any small shop when it comes to shipping, because that's just something that once it leaves, once that order is placed with the manufacturers, then that's on them. And of course, small shops should be, encouraging or pushing their various manufacturers and the shipping partners that they use to give them attention and make sure that the shop is able to meet their promises. Of course, they should be doing that. It shouldn't be so lackadaisical of like, send it whenever you want. I don't know. It shouldn't be like that. But as long as you're within the time frame that you were given, from the shop, then you abide by that just as much as the shop does, as far as your level of patience. But yeah, well, I'm hoping, but I'm not going to ask. I don't think that's right. I mean, I'm still based off of when I placed my order, there's a chance I could not get it for even the first month of the event. Like if it goes for the full length, I think. I don't know. Regardless, I'm not worried about it, so you don't be worried about it. Cool? Not that that was even the... Oh, they did mention if it comes on time. Yeah, so it'll be fine. You're going to be fine. You're still going to participate. You're still going to be able to jump on a live stream or listen on replay and have just as much fun one way or another. And I'm sure Jade is a very savvy business owner, and she does take that stuff to heart. So I'm sure she's going to do whatever she can to try to expedite those so that they are all in time, here in time for the event. So I don't think that she'll need any extra emails or Instagram messages or Facebook messages prompting her to do so. She knows what's up. She's got a calendar on her phone, and she has a very successful business to run, so she's not going to let that stuff slide if she can avoid it. So once again, and that goes for any small shop, little grace, a little love, when it comes to shipping times is always appropriate. Other stuff, quality issues, that type of thing, that's a different story. But when it comes to incorporating other people in your business that you don't have direct control over, then we have to, that shouldn't be directed at them. I've been an online and diamond painting shopper and consumer for so long and spent so much money from so many different shops, and that was like the first thing I learned is just, it will get here when it gets here. And once it falls outside of that time, it's fine to reach out. It's fine to ask for a status update. But even still, there's just, there's nothing that you can really do about that because it's completely in somebody else's hands. Of course, I do have a line for me personally. If a shop says, oh, it'll ship to you in 3 to 6 weeks, and it's been 3 to 6 months, then yeah, I'm probably just gonna ask for, I would probably almost do that rather than like doing the email pestering back and forth and fighting with a shop. I would probably just place a cancellation order with Etsy or just reach out to PayPal and dispute it. I've only had to do that once. I think once since I started diamond painting. I paid for some diamond painting trays from a shop on Etsy, and they said it would be shipped in like, I think it was like 11 to 14 days was the processing time, and it was like 3 months, 2 or 3 months, and I was like, what's going on? Never got a response. And I only asked one time. I only asked for an update or like what's going on here one time. And I waited like another week or two, didn't get a response. So I just canceled the order with Etsy and disputed the charge on PayPal. I got the money back, I think immediately it went back. I don't know if that's everyone's experience or what your history with PayPal has to be in order to get that, but I got instant refund. And then I messaged the shop just to let them know, that way they didn't ship me, whenever they decided to process the order or whatever. I didn't want them shipping me a product for free and not realizing it. So I wrote them, I'm like, hey, hope everything's okay, not sure what's really going on here, but I just wanted to let you know that order number whatever does not need to be produced. I canceled my order and got my money back. So no need to do it, and if you were working on it, I'm sorry. You should have communicated that with me, because I no longer want the products and I'm no longer paid for them. And then they wrote me back and they're like, I think it was like maybe a week or two later, oh, so sorry, we didn't even see that order come in. Our shop is not open for business. We're moving. Should have shut the shop down. And I was like, yeah, you probably should have. But no need to worry about me. I got what I needed. So that's kind of how I went about that. Because I'm not into pestering shops or like pushing a shop owner for like updates and stuff. If it's really that egregious, I will just cancel my order and get my money back, and that'll be that. And then I know that that's a shop that I can't rely on for either communication or consistency, and I don't shop from them. But I don't go down the path of like, it's been 3 days, you haven't responded to me. Hey, it's been another 2 days and I still haven't gotten word. Do you know when I can expect my blah, blah, blah? Like I've seen that so many times that people will just hound, and it's like, it's a diamond painting. It's a tray, it's a putty. It's not that serious. You're not waiting for your prescription medication. You know, this isn't a life or death situation that you don't have your diamond painting stuff. Just get the, you know, if you can, and I would suggest shopping from shops that will allow you to dispute stuff, you know, so through resellers like Etsy, making sure to pay with PayPal or something like that that gives you a little bit of a security blanket. But I am definitely of the mindset of I will reach out once, give enough time for a response, and if I'm just not willing to let it ride, or I'm concerned that something nefarious is going on, or at least poor communication, well, I just cancel it and I move on and I pick somebody else to shop from, and that just goes on my list of shops that I'm not going to order from. But start with patience, start with grace, start with understanding, learn the expected shipping and delivery times so you're not setting yourself up to be anxious or setting yourself up to be upset. Understand what they're promising you and then work off of that. And even when that's not met, I think it's fine just to get a refund and move on if you can. Like, that's my default. I've seen so many YouTube videos of it's a two-sided street. I've seen videos where a customer is just relentlessly emailing and messaging and tagging and just hounding a shop, like adding them on an Instagram post, like at blah, blah, blah diamond painting, still haven't heard from you, like a public post to like shame them, I guess. I don't know what the intention is there. Seems really silly. So I've seen that extreme. And then I've also seen shops, and I've dealt with this myself, where shops will, certain shop owners will take advantage of the fact that you're engaging with them back and forth like that. And they'll just take you for a ride. They're fine to spend the time responding to all your emails saying, oh no, hun, it'll be there in 3 days, just waiting on the shipment from the manufacturer. And then as soon as it comes in, I just got an update from my manufacturer that we should be receiving our shipment in a week, which means then I'll try to get it boxed and out to you by this time, and back and forth. And then, it's just another couple days, sweetie. And it's like, you get one of those before I'm cutting you loose as a business. And that applies to not just diamond painting, but like anything that I buy online. But I'm not going to do the back and forth. You'll get one chance to be like, oh yeah, we've got a delay, just be honest. As a shop owner, be honest. If you write me and say, hey Anthony, I completely screwed the pooch on your order and Homegirl didn't even place it. So I know you said it would get to you in 3 weeks. I, had one too many rum chatas, didn't see your order, and I just sent it. Like, honestly, that makes me more emboldened to a company. The honesty and just like, I screwed up and here's how I'm gonna fix it. That goes so much farther than like, oh, the manufacturer, blah, 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 blah. It's not like, don't play those games with me. Just be honest. If you made a boo-boo and it's going to take longer, fine. I'm not dying for another diamond painting. Thank you, everyone. I'm not dying for that diamond painting. I don't need it in my hands today, Now, if I ran out of diamond paintings, if it took you a decade and I finally got through my stash, then yeah, I'm gonna probably put up a little bit more of a stink. But like, yeah, it's just honesty, transparency. That's the key to having a good experience on both sides. So yeah, cut these small shops some slack when it comes to shipping times. Now there's other things that can happen with any business, but small shops, other shenanigans that will keep me from supporting or purchasing a product, which I'm running into currently, but that's a story for another time. There's other factors of what will dictate what shops I choose to support and purchase from and which ones don't, and that's always evolving. A shop could be my number one pick for XYZ type of product in 2023, and now I'm making a conscious effort to no longer touch their products or mention them or purchase from them, which sucks, but like I said, there's other factors there too. But when it comes to shipping, just give some grace, and shop owners, just be real. That goes so much farther, in my opinion, than getting the runaround. That'd be so funny. I'm like thinking of like, when would that ever happen? I'm like, what if I wrote Jade and she was like, hey, just wanted to get an update on how the order for the single and placing X Jaded Gem Shop kits are coming. And I'm just imagining her writing me back and being like, what are you talking about? What kits? Or new number, who this? Like, Jade, no. my kids, my beautiful kids. Oh yeah. Oh, we're still doing that event? Oh god. No, I don't think she'd do that because she takes that stuff so seriously. But if I was a business owner, I'd probably start by trying to dunk on someone just for fun before I actually got down to business and talked about it. But yeah, I'm like, hey Anthony, I'm just wondering where my single and placing diamond painting order is. And I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? I closed that shop last week, so, and I'm in Malta right now with your order money. I can send you half of this pina colada. Bye. Hashtag boss babe. But anyway, okay, enough. We could get like one more comment in. Alley Cat, you're awesome. Lisa, you're awesome. I love you both. Cynthia COC 6400 said, I just started diamond painting and love it. Right now I started with a large tiger head trying to finish in 1 month. Oh, nice. That's awesome. You'll have to let me know what kit specifically. This is in regards to my entire diamond painting stash 3.0 video. Cynthia, if you're still here listening, I hope you are. You'll have to let me know which tiger head and from where. I'd be interested to know. And then Cynthia COC also said, in regards to that same video, when will you ever do all those diamond paintings? I won't. I don't think. It's one of those things. I won't. Like, let's just be honest. Let's just be completely honest. The likelihood of me completing every diamond painting that I buy is very, very low. My tastes change, my interests change, my willingness to diamond paint for however long ebbs and flows with just how life goes. So it's less about, for me, like completing every single one, but having a variety of different kits to work on as I see fit. So a little of this, a little of that, a little of this style, some varying different sizes, some rounds, some squares, just having that there and knowing that for the majority of for the most part, those kits that I have are ones that I would want to do. Far and away are ones that I like. I'm not going out of my way to purchase kits that I actively don't like the artwork. That would be crazy. But I do try to find stuff that generally I would enjoy diamond painting at one time or another. And I feel like I've kind of refined my taste, so I know that it's not going to change too much from year to year. But I am very lucky, and there's a level of privilege there, I suppose, to have that option and not live completely off of wish lists and miss out on a kit and not buy it when it's released. I consider myself very lucky and fortunate, and also a little financially irresponsible to just get it, just snag it. If it's something I really am loving or enjoying at the time, even though it's not going right from the box it was shipped in to being started on. So I understand that is not everybody's position, and it seems a little nonsensical to not only people that don't diamond paint, but also to a lot of people that do. It's too much, it's far too much. And that's okay. I'm not expecting everybody to have the same amount of diamond paintings that I have sitting around, or I don't think that everyone has the capability of like, ooh, a new release from Yume Art, don't even care how much it is, what size it is, anything like that. I love her, I'm gonna get it. Like, I just got a Moon Eater from Yume Art, and it's just one of those things that I was like, okay, Saturday morning at noon, or I guess, no, it's 10 still, because they did their time change in California. So yeah, Saturday morning at 10, boom, 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 add to cart, place order, off I go. There's not a ton of thought that goes into that for me, but I know that's not everybody's situation. And that's not everybody's lifestyle. So I don't expect it from anyone, and I certainly don't think that I'll be able to finish every single one of those. One of them in my stash is getting given away or thrown away right now. It's got to stop saying thrown away. That seems so wasteful, but it's going. I'll donate it if nothing else. And then there's probably some other kits that next year I might be like, yeah, I thought this was cute and funky, but I'm going to include this in a giveaway, or I'm going to maybe do a D-stash at some point in the future, or there's a diamond painting that is consistently going at our office that I work at. Hold on. Come here. No popcorn. There you go. Yeah, we have a diamond painting going at the office that's almost done, so I'll probably swap that out with a new one so people can keep, diamond painting for a little bit on their lunch breaks or when they need a mental break. So I'll grab one from my stash and throw it up there. So yeah, they won't all get done ever. I purchase more kits than I complete. That's just a fact. There's more coming in than there's going out. And sometimes it's not the case where I have good lulls where I'm like, wow, I think this past summer 2023 when all my car stuff happened and I was like, hold on to all of your money with every ounce of your being. I think I went like 2 months without purchasing a diamond painting. Maybe even longer, maybe almost 3. And I finished probably 6 in that time, so I was like 6 ahead. But that's not always the case. It kind of ebbs and flows. Right now I'm in amassing a stash mode just because the Diamond Art Club just gets me most weeks than not. And then my Jaded Gem Shop purchases for the event. So yeah, for me it's more of just having a good variety in hand and having the option to finish a kit. Like I'm going to finish Astronomer probably this week. And I have Well, I have 4 other whips going, but I'm gonna finish Astronomer and I'm gonna wanna grab a Jaded Gem Shop Old Masters, and I know that I have one. I don't need to wait for, the shipping times and stuff. I can just grab and go. But then, at the same time, I might finish a kit and be like, I really want something with pastels, or I really want, I'm really in the mood for a Yume. I just need that in my life, or I need an Ivy Dolomore in my life, or something like that. And I'm not gonna have to be bummed out of like, oh crap, they're all out of stock, or I missed the boat on that one, or I have to wait till it comes back in on my wish list. I live like that for so many different parts of my life. I do not live my life like this across the board of like, oh, I need, like, I guess what would I compare it to? Like, oh, I need a pantry that has like every single kind of canned food. I know I'll never eat all of this corn, but it's nice to know that I have, 13 different types of corn to pick from. Like that could be a thing. Or like people collect wine. Like, oh, are you gonna drink all of that wine? Or like people have their thing, that's more about just having it on hand as opposed to the immediate necessity. Like, we all have those things, and I don't have those for many things. I have them for I have it for diamond painting, and I have it for skincare, but that's really changing. I did a skincare purge, you guys. I had to come to whoever you go to in your times of crisis. But I had a come to Jesus moment where I pulled up my skincare inventory tracker, which I haven't really looked at too much in the past who knows how long. Like, took a really hard look at like expiration dates and stuff. I had like a dozen products that have never been opened, never been touched, other than me moving them from apartment or house to house over the past 4 years. Never put them on my face, and they're expired. And at first I was like, well, I'll hold on to them. I mean, expired, what does that really mean, But then I did some research on like the risks of using expired skincare products, and it really comes down to the preservatives that are in those skincare products. They have like a shelf life to them of like, after this date, we cannot guarantee that the preservatives that we put in this product are keeping nasties and mold and gross stuff from growing in this product. And a lot of these are water-based products, so that they, bacteria and organisms and mold, they thrive on moisture and water. So those little pots of moisturizer are like the perfect breeding ground for gross stuff, especially if something got contaminated in the manufacturing process. So after a certain amount of time, you can't rely on your preservatives to keep all that stuff at bay. And a lot of this stuff has a super long shelf life. Like, I looked at one of the toners I had, and I was like, I bought this in 2020 and I still haven't opened it. What's wrong with me? I'm like, oh, it's because when I get into something like this, especially for content creation, anytime something new, hot and new and exciting comes up, or a brand that I haven't tried before, I want to just have it so I can try it. And I used to try to use one new product every month and write a review. But even still, I was amassing more than I could keep up with. And then when I stopped doing that, I stopped doing skincare content creation. And this will be the last question because we're headed home and it's getting dark. But we barely made a dent. And that's how it's gonna be, just because I like this. I like talking freeform and just enjoying just gabbing about the questions. as opposed to like, okay, and somebody said this, all right, thank you so much, I love you. Anyway, next one, and this one said this, okay, great, thank you so much, I agree. Anyway, moving on, like I really want to get in the weeds with you, and I want it to feel like we're really talking. So I hope that you're okay with like, we're not just cranking these out, these responses out. So they'll take more time. It just means that I have to do this more, which is fine. I mean, we pretty much do these walks once a day anyway, so I might as well just start filming more of them. No, no, no. Come on. So yeah, now that I still am trying to do a little bit of skincare content creation. I just don't have as much of a passion for the content side of it anymore as I do just using the products and seeing the benefits on my skin. But I don't know, I'm not that invested in creating specific content for skincare anymore. I mean, I'll do it once in a while if the mood hits me, but I would much rather do stuff like this. And I can't do stuff like this. Like in the skincare world, there isn't really much vlogging. It's very rare. And if someone does do a vlog, it's almost always like, okay, I'm getting ready and here's my morning routine. And now we're gonna go to CVS and do some skincare shopping. It's all very focused on on skincare. Whereas here I feel a little bit more free just to kind of do my thing and live my life. It's more about keeping you company than it is about learning or getting reviews or recommendations. So skincare content's a lot more purpose driven, and I'm just not into it right now. So my skincare tracker is really just there now for me to realize, as a consistent reminder of just how much I have, and a reminder that I need to stop buying more, which it hasn't deterred me. I've been buying more skincare. But anyway, those have been my two things in my life, is diamond painting and skincare. But I threw out a bunch of skincare, unfortunately, that had expired, and I hate doing that. It's such a waste of money. But it did allow me to kind of reset what I have, and rather than having 37 toners, now I'm down to like 20 something, and I'm not buying anymore. And I'm being way more consistent with my skincare routine, twice a day, which I hadn't been for a while there when I was diamond painting. So hopefully I'll work through, a lot of my stuff now doesn't expire until late 2024, starting 2025. So I'm in a much better spot. I just gotta pace myself now. But I think it'll be helpful since I am not creating content. I don't have that itch to be like, every new release, just get it and put it on the shelf so you can take a picture of it on Instagram and say that you have the hot new thing. Like that was kind of the big, that was a big reason why I was buying so much skincare, was really just to keep up with the Joneses and the other content creators, to be like, oh, I got this too. And that's such a dangerous game to play, because so many bigger influencers, they get all that stuff for free and PR. And so they're just getting it, showing up at their door, ready for launch. And like all these influencers have this thing. And then you're like, I'm trying to, grow my channel and stay relevant. So I'm like, well, I've got to go call Sephora and see if they got it in yet and go buy it right away. Even though I know that I'm not going to even probably put it on my face for another year or something like that, So I guess the nice thing about diamond painting is, even if I do that, they don't have an expiration date. I don't have to worry like, oh, those drills are gonna disintegrate in 3 years or start getting all moldy. So you either do it or you gotta throw the kit away. So at least there's that. At least this is something that doesn't really have like a set shelf life that I know of. I'm not sure if the glue would degrade or if the canvas would start to degrade after so long. But yeah, skincare it's way less, it's way more cost inefficient to collect skincare. I know so many content creators that have, I'm not kidding, like drawers and drawers and drawers, like hundreds if not thousands of skincare products that they just amass, and they'll try them for a couple weeks. Oh, that one didn't work for me, and they go back in the drawer. For me, if I open something and it doesn't work for me, I give it away now, or I throw it away, because if it didn't work for me, then what's the point, you know? And so, yeah, I try to get it into somebody else's hands, or it unfortunately just goes in the trash if I can't do that. I had like 6 or 7 face cleansers from the same brand, and the brand went out of business, and I loved them. I loved their products so much, and I was so bummed when they announced that they were closing up shop. So they had like a shop closing kind of like blowout sale, like 75 or 80% off of everything. I bought like 24 of their cleansers, and I had a personal connection with the shop owner. So I messaged her on Instagram. I was like, how many of your serums do you have left in stock, like ready to go? She's like, I think we have like 18 left. I was like, I'll take them all. I'm gonna take them all. And the moisturizers, and pretty much everything that I liked from them, I think I left my cap at like 20, I think. It's like, I'll only buy a maximum of 20, but if there's 20 or less of that item, I'm clearing her out. So I just bought the majority of what she had left in shop. All of this stuff has expiration dates, right? And there's just no way that I would get through all of that stuff. So I gave a lot away for gifts, and, you know, people, if they were like, oh, I'm like interested in starting skincare, you know, give them, that would be their starter set. You get an Even Prime was the name of the brand. You get an Even Prime cleanser, you get an Even Prime moisturizer, a mist toner, and a serum or whatever, you know, because I just had so many, because I really wanted people to try it. But then I had to be like, just keep in mind you can't ever get this again because the shop is no longer in business, but it's good stuff. So anyway, regardless, I had about 6 or 7 of those cleansers left, and I looked it up. Was that yesterday or the day before? They expired October of 2023. Now a cleanser can form little nasties, but it's got surfactants and stuff in it that will kind of help prevent that. And it's not like the day it expires on the listing date, it suddenly just turns rancid. It's a slow degradation, but you don't want to risk it. Like, even if it is slowly building bacteria or not, you know, the second you open it and introduce oxygen and bacteria to it, it's just gonna proliferate a lot easier. You don't even want a little bit of that on your face, you know, dipping your gross little finger in a jar of moisturizer and rubbing it on your face, and now that's turned into a petri dish and you just keep dipping your gross little finger in it. Not calling anyone out, I'm just, in general, we all have gross little fingers. Hold on. I might actually be lost now. I mean, we're still in Golden, so there's that. Uh-oh. Oh, I know where we are now. We're almost home. But anyway, yeah, it's just going to get worse and worse if there's the preservatives no longer being effective. You're just adding a little bit more nasties, and then smearing it all over your face. So, yeah, moisturizers and stuff I wouldn't mess around with. Like, if it expired, I'm just going to get rid of it, because once I open it, things will probably go downhill fast. But cleansers I'm slightly more okay with, because those are going right in the drain. I still don't put them on my face though. If I have a cleanser that expires, or I'm over it, no longer interested in using it, I just walk over to the hand soap bottles that we have in the bathrooms and in the kitchen, and I just dump whatever's left of my face cleanser into those, and that's what we use as hand soap. It is just all my used and used or no longer interested or expired cleansers. And hopefully I don't have a ton of those going forward. I hope this purge resets it for me. But sometimes I'll use, like, some of those cleansers come in giant bottles, and I'll use them for like a month, 2 months, sometimes even longer, and I've barely made a dent, and I'm like, I'm bored with this CeraVe. Once again, this is a privileged thing to be talking about, that I don't think that this is everyone's life, and I would never assume that it's anyone's life. I'm like, I'm bored with this CeraVe cleanser. Like, it came in a half-gallon jar, jug that I got on sale, but I'm over it. I want to try this other different cleanser that claims to have this. I want to see if it, impacts my skin. Like, I love being a little guinea pig with my own face. It's kind of fun. As long as I'm not like destroying it. But yeah, I like trying different cleansers and moisturizers and sunscreens. So anyway, if I get bored with something like a cleanser, then I'll just pump the rest of it into the hand wash bottles and pick out a new one or go buy a new one or something like that, and that might not always be my life. I might come to sooner than later probably, or the second I start to really try to save every dime or get disinterested in skincare and it's more utilitarian for me, I might just buy a bottle and like, okay, there's my cleanser for the year, but that is not me. I'm like, ooh, this one has blue tansy in it. Let's get rid of this salicylic acid snooze alert Lubriderm or whatever, La Roche-Posay. Like, this is boring. I want peony extract or something like that. So I usually give products a month. We've talked about this on previous skincare videos, but I will use a product for 30 days, bar treatments like exfoliation or retinols. Those take much longer to show their effects, but I'll use like a cleanser for a month. And if it's going well, great, I might keep using it. If I'm kind of meh about it, or I'm not a fan for whatever reason, then I turn it into hand soap and I move on to the next one. So anyway, that was a really, really long response for the question of how will you get through all of those diamond paintings? And just once again, the answer is I won't, and that's okay. So I kind of want to go into Natural Grocers before we walk into the house because I want a little kombucha since I didn't get my sweet treat from the ice cream shop today. So anyway, well, this is the grocery store that I keep talking about. I wonder if they'd be weirded out if I left my camera on. Yeah, they will. Let me drop him off first and put the camera away, and then I'll walk back across the street because that's gonna be weird. I was like, maybe I'll take you in there, but I don't want to be known. I go in here almost every day, and I don't want to be known as the weird camera guy, or like, I don't want to deal with, hey Anthony, where's the camera today? I'm not here for that. And I'll have to tell you another story next time about something that happened with Apollo in there. If I forget, remind me. If you don't hear it in the next few vlogs, remind me. Something happened with Apollo in there, and now it's a thing, and it gets on my nerves. that he now has a reputation. Apollo has a reputation. It's like he did a parody video. Okay, all right, I will let you go. That was the last comment. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, bye. Come say bye before we go inside. Come here. Come here. Hop up. He's like, wait, but we're going, okay, never mind, it's okay. He's confused. All right, bye.